We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Motion man is Schwartz. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. When you look at this Bronco defense, they were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
60 bison, 60 bison.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 30-yard line. Now Achane on 1st and 10. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
19 tight. 70 Lions. Go.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
60 Maverick. 79 Broncos.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Let's go. Ready?
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now quick throw there is incomplete.
hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Ready? 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Sanders' kick is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let's go now.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Broncos at 4-5, a game under 500. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. But you look at this defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Devon Achane to return it. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's got room. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. A try here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return is Achane. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On the slant, it's Fant. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's 21-3. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. But certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
21-3 is your score after 1. The Dolphins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Option handoff now to Achane. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 31 yards there and a first down. Achane on the counter. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one maybe was a little tight.
he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Motion man is Schwartz. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
70 Rangers. Take over.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
Bronco 80. Let's go. Ready?
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Fights loose. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Throwing Nix. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Buffalo 18. Here we go.
Now it's Nix. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Nix to the air. He'll air this one out for Mims. Touchdown! Marvin Mims, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. On the return is Achane. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up second down. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket, unfortunately for him.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Nick Bonito in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 79 Bronco, Warrior 70. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Here's Nix. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
18, Pioneer.
To throw, here's Nix. Complete right side to Otten. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cade Otten, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Chap 60, chap 60. Check go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Let's go. Buffalo 18. Go.
Back to throw again. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they scored here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
2nd down and 4.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
To throw is Nix. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Lamb in motion left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got it down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play. Able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the...
And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. An even 50 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That's Drew Sanders who got in there and dropped him. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Here we go, here we go.
Now back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Nix. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here we go, set. Go.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching tape. And
he'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Nick Bonito getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 2nd and 11. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Cup 19, Cup 19, Stephanie, Mustang 19, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.